big.
Right?
I'm losing my boner.
Balls deep, no lube, just hopping right in.
That's how we do it.
Okay.
Deeper.
This is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're begun.
I was just gonna introduce the podcast, but it just got introduced by the man himself with the Go Deeper podcast, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your mom's favorite podcast. This is the Go Deeper podcast. Today we got very special guests in my life. This may or may not be sponsored by Magnum Condoms. Probably not, but
No.
but we got him just in case, motherfuckers. Today, very special guest in my life. We got the man himself, El Amigo de la Sierra,
The
my
man,
dog,
the legend,
the man, the myth,
the one, the only.
my dog Pepe Contreras in the house,
What's up,
compadre.
guys?
Compadre,
Saludos.
compadre.
Muy buenas tardes, noches.
Buenas noches. We also got my cousin, Amigo de la Sierra, Mercenario de la Sierra, my cousin, Dr. Thighs,
Doctor, the one and only, Dr. Thighs. Also, Guitar Goon.
Guitar Goon also as well.
Yeah.
My cousin Ari on the Go Deeper podcast. Guys, this is the fucking podcast that has been waiting to come. We planned on doing this, like 45 times, and 46 is the new president, and it's the fucking the one it's the hot one. It's the one we're doing.
69 times trying to get
69 times,
Yeah. Por fin.
and we just had to spit a little bit more to make it happen, and then fucking happen. You guys, the first story I gotta talk about why our group chat's called IHOP in Boston.
Oh, jeez. That right off the bat?
Right off the fucking bat.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh. Okay, this
I
is
mean-
an embarrassing story for me in my part.
A little
Okay?
bit backtrack. We're musicians. If you guys didn't know that yet by now, okay.
Mhm.
We're musicians. We got called to a gig on the East Coast, in Boston. So the three of us get on the motherfucking. We hop on a plane.
Y nos vamos
Yeah.
pa' allá y más pa' allá.
Pa' allá y más pa' allá. That's another
That's
story.
another
guys.
story.
I feel like there's going to be so many inside.
There's gonna be so many inside
We'll have
jokes,
to
and if we
explain.
don't address all of them, the people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
We'll try.
We landed in Boston in Ari, because Ari's toured the States before in another band, so he's
Yes.
well versed in
We'll come back to that. I have a story
Yeah.
about that too.
Yes, so he knows about what's good and what state and stuff. We land in Boston, which my first time in Boston actually. So we land in Ari goes Boston,
Boston,
my
Mass.
where your cockies.
Yeah.
We fucking land in Boston, and Ari goes, guys, we gotta hit this fucking East Coast exclusive breakfast spot. And I'm like, dude, I'm down. That sounds good, Like I'm down for some new shit.
I mean, we
What's
were
it called?
hungry. Yeah.
Okay. Before I tell you why I said what it is, what I said, just days before we were on the other side in Hawaii, okay? We go home, we rest for like a day and a half, but I didn't rest. I was straight up busy. Then get back on the plane. We fly to the East Coast, the red eye I might add.
Yes.
And so we got there bright-eyed early. I was exhausted, okay? I was running on like 2 pounds of coffee. And so in my mind, I was thinking Waffle House. We don't have that here in Oregon. So I was like, Waffle House sounds great to have a great breakfast, the All-Star Slam. It's awesome, okay? What came out though?
Guys, we gotta check out this East Coast exclusive breakfast spot in Maine, Pepper. We're down. What's it called?
Yeah, we're really excited.
We were
like,
excited. We're like, let's
hungry,
I was about to plug it into my GPS, like, we're fucking hungry. We just landed. Ari's like, exclusive East Coast. Oregon don't know shit about it. What's it called, Ari? Fucking IHOP, guys. We're gonna go to fucking IHOP. You guys don't understand nothing.
And he's like said it with a straight face, and we're like, and I looked at him and I was like, there's IHOPs in Portland.
And he's like, no, there's. Wait
See,
a minute.
but IHOP is being translated to Waffle House in my head. All those times it's being mentioned.
He meant to say Waffle House, but the way he's pronounced IHOP with the most confidence in the world was fucking IHOP. Like, and ever since that day, the group chat between the three of us. Thank you, sir. IHOP in Boston. IHOP in Boston. Since that day until the end of time. Till the end of time.
Pero so we didn't eat an IHOP, but we went to, was it a Colombian? Was it a Puerto Rican?
Fuck, I can't remember what it
Amazing
was.
place.
I don't know, but it was something. It wasn't a Mexican place, but it was
man.
Dominican Republican or something like that.
delicious, though. Yeah, out there in the East Coast, they have amazing Cuban food, amazing Puerto Rican food, amazing. Okay.
We were supposed to ask Beto about that. I forgot to ask him.
Shit, sorry.
Me too.
Oh, it's Domino's Pizza. You mind if I take this real quick?
Take it really quick.
Hello?
Hello, your pizza is here, Domino's.
Pizza's here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming up.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Profiles your mind.
I'm coming up. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Pero sí, comemos allá. We ate at this, I think it was Puerto Rican.
It was either Puerto Rican or Dominican or
Colombian
Cuban.
or something like that.
Something.
Pero, okay, so are we talking about what happened afterwards?
Oh, jeez,
The,
yeah.
the gig? Because
The
how long?
gig?
Okay, we were there in 48 hours or less.
Yeah, we hit it and quit it in Boston.
Because we actually played in New Hampshire, so we still had to drive like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah, because we landed in Boston, but the gig was actually in New Hampshire. You're right.
New Hampshire, yeah.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
What was the name of the city that we played in?
Joshua.
Joshua.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Something.
Damn, I had it too. I know what it
Yeah.
is, and I can't.
Yeshua?
Memories.
No, it's not Nashua. That's from The Office.
I don't know, man. But anyway, we were playing there. We
Concordia.
get there. All of a sudden, from clear sunny skies, we get to freaking the Mounties, apparently, because it's frozen cold outside.
Mounties or the Rockies.
Or the Rockies. John Wayne's full of shit, man. John Denver.
Country road. No, but okay. So we go because we're gonna play at this party, 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
El papá de Papá Beto. And then we do our sound check. Did we do sound check or did we do the live first?
We did live.
We did live.
We did live because they were setting up still.
Yeah. And I was in the bar freaking FTFO because of my finger while you guys were doing
I
something.
think that's where he's getting to is the live stream.
I thought we were talking about the funness and all the bottles.
okay.
Oh, that was fun.
I mean, that
That was fun. We went outside to do a live stream. We're on the East Coast. We're out here, fucking live stream on Facebook, and then we finished with the live stream. Ari's got Pepe's brand new guitar on.
I mean, straight out the box, fresh
And
paint smell.
it's
still.
what, February, right?
yeah.
I think it's
Okay,
February.
so February. That marks literally 2 months, not even, after I just finished healing from this pinky that had surgery because I broke it.
Basketball injury.
Not even 2 months later.
But how did that happen?
Oh, jeez. Okay. So I thought I was Frozone, right? We just finished filming a live, right? On Facebook or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to show the world where we're at and what we're doing.
Okay.
I was using Pepe's guitar, and I go down this like slight, I don't know, bump, little hill. And Pepe's like, Ari, don't go that way. And I'm like, I came up this way. I'm fine. He's like,
We
you're
had
going to
just
slip.
gone down that ice because there was a patch of ice,
Mhm.
and then I went on. I was like, whoa. And then Pepe went on and he was like, whoa. And then we both said,
So
sorry.
I was thinking I was being smart. I'm like, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go this way, the way I came up. So I know I'm not going to slip.
And we're like, Ari, don't go that way.
Oh, how the turntable.
Oh, man, I got this. Bro, I've never seen somebody fall for 6 seconds. And he had a brand new guitar on him as he was falling.
My
trying
brand
for
new
dear
guitar. And I
life.
was like, Ari, don't do it. And 2 seconds later, he like jumps. What's that? Brinco para arriba. And
I mean,
was
my
like,
legs over my
And
head.
I saw your face because I know you were thinking, okay, be careful with the guitar. But at the same time, you had to break your fall. So I don't know what like happened al último. But I mean, the guitar. I mean, it got a little.
Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, but how are your fingers?
But
So-
he hurts himself. He actually did hurt
Because
himself.
I'm trying to really try to save the guitar, and I did. I saved it on this side because I imagined the neck of the guitar would smash and break. So I try to block my fall this hand. Okay, doing so, I landed todo chueco, right? And I come out and I saved it. I saved it, but the recoil of my fall hit the bottom of this end.
He got up, his hand was like gangbanging. He was like this, "A la verga." Bro, and this is right before we have a 4-hour gig.
Before we
Right
start the
before
gig.
we have to start playing. And this was like, fuck.
So luckily, my uncle Sergio's there. He's sheriff, and he knows first aid. And he's like, all right, he wraps duct tape around it.
He's like, sana, sana, colita y cola.
Right before we do a 4-hour gig, and it's wrapped up. Actually, I still have the video of my finger wrapped up.
No
Was
way.
it? Yeah.
No, but there's a lot of videos. I mean,
That happened to be a great fucking gig. Like, not for nothing. The whole town got fucking turned up that day. Dude, you were fucking... Ari,
Everybody and their mom was there, dude.
you took my bajo sexo. You were jumping on tables and...
Okay, so let it focus. This was 2 months before.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? Just pulled pins out of my freaking finger. And then, where is it? Okay. This is my finger wrapped up before we play our gig. And I wish I got a shot of it without it wrapped up because it was all purple. It was the size of my thumb. It was disgusting. And then this is me about 2 hours later.
2 hours later,
It's like
jumping on top of the table. I know.
So luckily I have triple coverage with my insurance. I feel like my insurance are like all calling each other like, bro, you got this one? Or like they look at my file and they see how often I break shit. They're like, yeah, we'll get this one. You get the next broken finger. Like
Your insurance is like, yes, do way.
But we've never played, or I've never played in a party donde I feel like everybody was gone. The only people was Ariana, but she was pregnant.
And we didn't know.
And we didn't know.
I fucking smelled it. I smelled it.
And maybe tu tía gorda. Maybe. But everybody else.
Dude, even you got... Pepe.
all three of us.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah, we did all pretty wasted. But Pepe, when he gets drunk, he turns into this social Simon, shot contigo, shot with you. Grandma, vente, shot a la verga. Bro, we were done. It's time to go.
Sí, sí. Well, el DJ.
Bro,
DJ.
the sound engineer was like, yeah. We're like, bro, I need monitores. I need monitors in my ears. No, fuck. It was a lit-ass motherfucking gig, dude.
Thank you, compa Beto, and everybody from
Everybody from New Hampshire, everybody.
Nashua.
Nashua.
It
Was it Nashua?
Nashua. Wasn't it Nashua?
No, Nashua's from The Office. I can't fucking remember it. Everybody in the... There's... You gonna check your histories? It's gotta be there.
It has to be Nashua. I
Nashua.
want to say NASHUA.
Oh, those are my recents. There we go.
I don't know.
Oh, well, where the gig was, it was called Hudson, but I don't know where exactly.
But no sé.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody from fucking Hudson. I was a fucking badass gig too. Luego el otro día, because we stayed the night there, we went to the house of that where...
Oh, yeah.
Whose house was it? Beto's parents,
Beto's
right?
parents. Yeah.
Y como llegamos, I mean, the theme of the weekend was...
Destapeme una botella.
Like, how long did we play that
That's
for?
what I'm saying. Everybody was drinking because that's a song that Pepe plays to, to hype people up,
It's
to
like a
take
chant
shots.
almost.
It's
you
like
know?
it's when that song's playing, if you don't want to take a shot, get the fuck out of the party because, and that song probably lasted.
Everybody,
That's what I'm saying.
never
Like,
played it that
everybody
long.
lined up. I don't think I've ever seen you play that song that long before.
Yeah.
Well, they kept bringing people, and they kept saying, like, hey, se llama así. And I was like, okay. And we got people going, like, I mean, tu tío Sergio.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to. That's where that was spawned.
That
We do
dance
this-
move
we
right
do this
there.
inside joke?
That's an inside joke. That's been a dance move since Boston.
Since fucking Boston. Yeah, that was a fucking.
Yo, Sergio was
lit.
doing this.
How many bottles do you
And
think
I
they
come-
killed?
Oh, my
Que
God.
Todas. I mean,
All of them.
Se acaso se quedaron 2 or 3.
But paint a picture. I mean, was it 2, 3?
Because they weren't too happy because they were starting to take bottles from the presents that they were given.
The
See?
There was like
Yeah, bro.
10.
Because they finished them all. They were like getting from the presents.
At least.
So it was like, okay, well, we're running out of bottles. And like the birthday guy, I mean, yo, everybody, a DJ. I mean,
It was a good ass fucking night. That was one for the books, honestly.
Hands down.
And we got a couple books.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
and we had pizza también ese día.
We did.
And we had
did.
IHOP the next day,
We,
too.
we really went to
We
IHOP.
really went to
And then we
IHOP.
went to IHOP.
We really went to motherfucking IHOP. We had to,
Yeah, I know. We had to, man.
We actually had.
Because we were trying to go to Waffle House. There wasn't one nearby. And you know what was?
IHOP.
No, pero ¿sabes qué pasó también? El último.
No.
Okay, so there was no IHOP in Boston available or something like that. And then we're like, okay, Ari's like, oh, let's check this place out. And it was...
It was like a boba place, but they also had a waffle. So I'm like,
Boba and
maybe it's a
waffle.
breakfast joint. You
Dude,
know,
we-
I love boba.
We
I
drove
want
to
some
downtown
boba waffles,
Boston.
breakfast.
We were in Chinatown, and we were like, I don't think, yes, I'm,
Chinatown in Boston.
yeah, you were like, I don't think they're going to have breakfast. It's just boba and like little waffles.
Little scones and shit.
yeah,
I remember that we got
We
down.
get there, and I was so excited to try waffles and boba.
Bubba Waffle.
It wasn't even open.
it wasn't even open.
We drove
So
like
sad.
we drove to get there like
See.
45 minutes or so. It was fucking worth it though. I would do all of that shit over
That
again.
was very fun.
I no lie, you guys. On my guitar case that I took, I still have the flight tag
tag
on my
from
guitar
Boston?
case. Yeah, from Boston. And I ain't never taking that motherfucker off. You feel me?
Y luego, we finally drive, or no, we flew back. llegamos, and what did we do?
That same night, we had a gig. We went to Salem.
We had a Remy's gig that same. Oh my gosh.
Y pues también nosotros ya habíamos venido, digo, so the weekend before we were in Hawaii, so we went literally from like
As
west coast all the way to the east coast. Estábamos like,
I didn't go to Hawaii. I'm not that cool. But they went to.
But you was there in spirit with us.
yes. So we were a little thrown off, but yeah, we went that night to Remy's, and it was like,
Dude, the plane landed in Portland, and we're like, we didn't even go home to say hi to our families. We went straight to Salem to our gig.
We did that just last weekend too?
Yeah, you guys did it.
Yeah, we came straight from California, Besame Mucho Festival.
oh my goodness.
Straight to Mojitos.
Would you want to talk about that? You guys went.
Oh, we'll slightly touch on it, Pepe.
I mean, you gotta go next year.
I know.
mean, I think, I think you summarized the best. It was like waking up on Saturday with your mom cleaning, and then just all these music, and it was like everybody was so happy. The vibe, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. So you gotta go. So many bands.
Highly recommend.
know what it is?
Besame mucho.
Oh, I'll show you. I'm gonna stand up for
I
this.
mean, he's wearing
All in one day.
all in one day.
Check it out.
Hey,
All of those bands.
from Tigres del Norte to Caifanes to Juanes to Elvis Crespo, Julieta Venegas, like Cállate de Linares. It was just so many bands. It was so many bands. I mean,
It was all in Dodger Stadium. There was 3 stages.
Dodger Stadium parking lot, because that's how big it was. You just walk around the stadium.
yeah, it was
LA.
Yeah.
in LA.
Yeah.
That was last week.
So I drove 16 hours, got home, changed, went to another gig.
Mhm.
Or I guess a gig. I didn't have
And
a
that's
gig.
the gig that we had on Sunday where we had like 10 Jaeger bombs.
That was a fun gig too.
That was a great one.
I think,
that was-
I think
that
that's an excellent
Speaking of
segue.
which,
That is an excellent segue to fucking pour up some
To-
JBs.
Yes, sir.
You looking for a JB?
Okay, so
Yes,
while
sir.
so we start doing this. So la Jager Bomb ya se hizo con tradición.
It is. It's a statement now. It
Yeah,
really
I
is.
mean, thank you to Mojitos and everybody, parties that we go to. People already know. They'll take a bottle.
They know.
They'll have a
They
bottle.
know.
When we went to Hawaii,
When
might have had a
it's
bottle for us allá, like, apenas que
They know.
fuimos. But they always have a bottle. They have Red Bulls, and it's like, we know you guys like these. And, I mean, ya se la saben. Jager Bombs por los amigos.
I don't have shots to pour them in, so I'm just going to.
It's okay, it's okay.
I would have done the Red Bull first.
But we had,
Okay, you know what? Just do you. You
I'll do this one.
want a slice of pizza?
I'll do this one. I'm okay.
there was like, at least 8 rounds of Jager Bombs.
Dude, it was. Fucking Saúl se pasó de verga ese día, honestly.
¿Qué por
Speaking of
cierto,
Saúl.
¿Era su cumpleaños?
Today.
Today.
Today's his birthday.
Salud para mi compa Saúl.
We're going to go over there to Mojitos, watch Hijos de Garcia. My
Compa-
boy, Juanito,
Compa Juanillo.
from Tercer Elemento, invited us to go. Saludos, Juanito. Follow him. Thank you.
Y pues that was a fun gig too. I mean, we played like 3 hours that day.
What?
Nos pasamos de verga ese
It
día.
felt really quick, though. Went by
mean-
really fast.
At the beginning, it was like, okay. Pero llegaron los Jager Bombs y pues, yeah, at least 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
It's because when you're jamming and the people are feeling it, dude. It's because even when we started off, it was kind of a dead night. But, dude, after fucking 10 minutes and a couple of...
Yeah, I looked out there. We're like 3 songs in. No one's dancing. Everyone's like looking like they're not having a good time. And I'm like, oh, man, this is going to be a long night. But then I'm like, no, if anyone can turn this around,
It's Pepe.
it's Pepe.
If you guys need a fucking party to turn up, fucking turn it up and call my dog Pepe. It's... Bro, I play in a band, and for my parties, we get Pepe.
I mean, pero pues, I don't know. I mean, it's been, 20 years in the music business or more. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've grown from the beginning. Digo, antes I was like stuttering or I was saying words that didn't match. It was like, it was so bad at the beginning. So, I mean, I'm happy that now it's like, okay, you guys, pues trust me to lift the
Dude.
party up porque a veces sí es difícil, but I mean,
I'm curious to know what you mean by like words didn't match. Were you like,
'Cause
you're like trying to say raise your drinks and you were like raise your crayons or like what?
no, I mean, like I would say something and it wasn't like,
I know
I
what
don't
you're
know, I
saying
mean,
because I feel that way now because I try to help out a little bit with the speaking part, and that's the hard part because first of all, my Spanish is my second language. English is my first language. I speak Spanish now, but to think on the top of your head, trying to be like, saludos to this, to this, to this. You know what I mean? Shout outs over here. You know, we're here to get the party lit. But to think like that on your toes at the moment, and you're playing music at the same time, is you have to be like, it's an acquired.
It's a skill.
It's an acquired thing that you kind of gotta fucking. You know what I mean?
But it hasn't not rubbed off now. Ya como que ustedes,
Yeah, it has.
I feel like.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, because I mean, a lot of the times I don't know what I'm gonna say. So and we feed off from each other. I mean,
Big
simply.
time.
And that's always awesome because it's like, I mean, you'll cover or you'll say something. I mean, y pues son las mismas cosas. Llevas eso tilín o arriba las mujeres. O I mean, just say whatever y la gente responde. Pues I mean, it's always fun to interact with the crowd because I think that's the best way to get them.
Yeah.
I mean, in your level, pues que se divierten because, I mean, we've had so many parties where people say like, hey, nunca hemos visto a esta persona tomar. We've never seen this person drink or have so much fun. I mean, we've had a lot of those people where.
That's a common theme in your parties. Like, I haven't drank that much since the last Pepe party.
Yeah. I mean.
Case in point, I turned 30 this year.
Por eso para allá voy, pues.
Oh, jeez.
Profiles, do you remember my 30th birthday?
Do you remember your 30th birthday?
I don't remember my 30th birthday. I don't.
Alright.
This is a common theme on this podcast, but I gotta talk about it because you guys are here this time, and you guys are the ones who put like the ambiente into my 30th birthday. So thank you guys so much for that shit. I don't remember much about what happened, but I want to thank you guys cordially because from the videos that I've seen and the stories that I've heard, it seems like everybody had a good time that night.
I mean, it was a blast. There were so many musicians. That was
That
really
was
awesome.
so
There was
great.
like 6 grupos there or something.
Yeah, like collectively, right?
Yeah,
It was so badass.
collaborating. It was awesome.
It was a great ass fucking time. But te digo, Pepe had the mic and I fell victim to the.
No, pues I mean, it was the waterfalls. Digo que los waterfalls también. That's another thing que hacemos y pues. I mean, it's become a trademark.
That's why I have. If you guys look, that white bottle that I have up there.
Sí, pues.
That's
the mezcal.
that's Profiles gave me that as a gift for my birthday, and I was like,
It's a good bottle.
"Is it?"
Bottle. Yeah. Remember that gig where Talia recorded us at Mojitos? Took pictures and videos of us?
Yeah.
We got lit off of that bottle right there. And I gotta say, we were so, like, we danced like a whole choreograph, and we were so coordinated. It looked like we practiced that shit. I don't know if you remember. I have the TikTok of it.
Is this my birthday?
No.
Okay.
But it's that video.
Was I there? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But a lot of the Dalles and Hood River people there, saludos, the Dalles and Hood River, everyone from there, all of them were there. And we all had shots in the parking lot. I mean, Rini was there.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need
All
more.
the Verduzcos were there.
I need more rel.
I mean, ¿quieres más? Jager. I don't know.
Smells
I don't know.
amazing.
Hello, Jager bombs, salute.
Jager Mom. So
Thank you guys for
Alright,
fucking
here's number
coming on.
one.
I appreciate you
This
guys.
is
Finally.
me. This is me. This is us drinking our first shot. See how we end
I
up.
know
at
this
the
is our
end.
first shot. Oh, God. Saúl.
I missed my mouth.
I missed my mouth.
But yeah, los Jager Bombs, donde quiera que vamos. I mean, this is one of our drinks. I don't know. I don't even know how it started.
How did it start? It just all of a sudden it was like,
Boom, Jager bombs.
yeah.
I think it started when I was at a Halloween party and I saw somebody ask for a drink and I didn't know what to ask for. So I was like, okay. And I heard a Jager bomb and I was like, oh, let me try that. And ever since, I mean, this was probably like 4 years ago. But yeah, después it all of a sudden, pues ya también
It
los
became a
muchachos
thing.
at the parties, when we have our own parties, I mean, it's like Red Bull, Jager. Y vámonos con los Jager bombs.
That, because I try not to get, like, I'll get a buzz, but I try not to get drunk at presentations and gigs because it's work. At the end of the day, it is work.
Yeah.
When we played on Sunday, they brought us so many Jager bombs, and it's rude to say no.
It is rude to say no.
It's rude to say no. When somebody brings, especially when it's one thing when Saul brings them, but when like a patron from the dance floor was like, no, get those guys drinks on me. Like you have to drink that one. Like you have to drink that one.
Yeah.
But a veces sí se pasan, pues, porque nos traen, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we'll only we'll talk about this a little bit. Porque, pues, En mi cumpleaños.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember this? No, that,
Yes.
that was this year.
Me,
No,
Alex
last
had to
year.
carry you.
No, last year it was.
Oh,
We had to carry you out of the
No,
club.
last year nos llevaban charolas de shots, nos llevaban like Jager bombs. We had
at
waterfall.
mojitos.
Yeah.
You guys did a waterfall at mojitos?
That was with that bottle of mezcal.
No fucking way.
See,
Oh, so it was your birthday.
it was last year. Last year that was.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because I was
but-
there for this year, and that didn't happen this year.
Okay.
This year was very tame because
No, last year was we and Alex and Isidro. All three. It took all three of us to
it
carry
was-
his dead
it-
weight. I
it
mean,
was-
'cause
it was-
he was stumbling everywhere. We were
Wow.
like, and I didn't know, who
Arriba los
his ride
compañeros
was.
de septiembre a la verga.
Yeah, no, esa noche was. I mean, so many people were there because of my birthday. The Hijos de Barron were there, so it was like.
That was
What a
awesome.
coincidence, because that's
That's
today.
So I mean,
Wait a minute, you say Jose Barron?
Yeah,
last year, yeah.
I know. I just wanted to go with it though. It's
Hijos de
Jose
Gar-
Garcia
Let's-
this year.
let's
Today,
Let's drink
just
some
by the
more,
way.
Mondo.
Salud, salud.
You're cut off already, bro.
Oh man.
Mixing them with Tylenol. I'm just-
Okay, but a question to ustedes.
Okay.
Out of all the gigs we've had,
Mhm.
which stands out the most, or what's a memorable moment that you're like, I mean, this is something that
Gigs
Oh,
of
oh,
us
is it-
three
oh,
or
oh,
gigs
us-
just with you?
us three, no, us
There's a
three.
lot.
Mhm.
There's a lot.
It's hard to narrow it
There's a
down.
lot that stick with me. One of the more recent ones was when we played at the cemetery near Tillamook, and it was getting dark.
Is
And
that
Oh
all
my
the
God.
stories?
the,
Scary
the,
stories
the
start?
birthday of the
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
scary
yeah.
story that comes
Yeah.
after that. Yeah, but the actual gig was crazy. Like they were crying on the tumba, and
Yeah,
that was
trying
wild to me.
yeah.
That was like,
I shed a tear.
and that one sticks with me, not like on a fun party level, but like on a like oh shit level. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
like our music created that sentiment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, like in that sense, it was like wow.
I mean,
I mean, I like that we brought that kind of closure for
Yeah,
this,
that's- I mean, it's a good
it was
thing.
A beautiful thing.
It's a good
but
thing.
it was oh, man,
It's a
emotional.
sad thing though.
It was
Yes.
very emotional.
Very heavy.
pero te digo algo para tocadas de esas, because I mean, obviously, I mean, fun parties are fun parties, but like stuff like that, which is more serious. I mean, I take it so seriously, and it's such a big responsibility porque, no sé, sorry.
No, it
Um,
is. It really is.
And because of COVID, these last 3 years, I probably have played in more funerals than I've ever have, and it's like, I mean, it's really sad, but I think it's sadder cuando no hay música y la gente está ahí pues despidiéndose. So I take it upon myself to be responsible to help them find some closure, to help them cope with, I mean, this sadness, because it's really tough and it's really, really hard for the family. And it's like, I know that through music, they can at least like, I don't know, express how they're feeling. They can cry it out, and it's like, por eso cuando hemos ido con Amber for that one, it was like, ya sé qué canciones le gustaban a mi compa Rafa, a la familia, and it's like, it's a big responsibility because it's not easy to play when it's something like when there's a tragedy involved. So it's like, but I'm happy that I've been able to hopefully heal a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about too. Like
Yeah,
it's
celebrate life.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
yes,
It's amazing.
bring exactly how you say bring celebration to something that's unfortunate and a tragedy. So
Yeah.
that was one that stuck with me as of recently because we've played together. I think I've been playing with you since I learned how to play guitar. I was telling him the other day I couldn't remember. I was trying to think of the first gig that I ever played with him.
Mhm.
It was at a salon
Yeah.
on the corner of Stark and Troutdale Road. Do you know what Troutdale Road is?
I don't know what Troutdale Road is.
It's 257th Kane,
Mhm.
where Mount Hood Community College.
yeah.
If you keep driving past the college on Stark, the next like Skyland.
Skyland,
Skyland is on
yeah.
the corner of Troutdale Road.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the complete opposite corner side of Skyland. Like if this is the crossroads right here and this is Skyland,
Yeah.
over here there's
By
like a
Dairy
shop.
Queen.
There's a shopping plaza in
Yeah,
Dairy
yeah,
Queen.
yeah.
Right here, actually
right
here, by this Red Bull can. There's a salon, or there was. I don't know if there is anymore. And that was the first gig that I ever played with Pepe.
Was that like
Wow.
quinceañera?
How was it good?
I think it was a quinceañera. It was me.
Was it good though?
I think so.
Oh, thank God. My first gig with Pepe was a fucking nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, because I've seen him play before, and I was like, I had so much respect for this guy. This guy's an amazing musician, amazing performer, and his band's solid, right? This was when, and they invited me out to play. They needed a quinto player. And I was like, oh, I'm going to show him what I got. You know, I was young, naive, you know, just trying to show off.
So yesterday.
My string, nice, funny. My string broke 5 minutes in. And you know what happens when your string breaks on a quinto? Everything gets out of tune. And he's like, me. And I'm like, I am playing this game. This is me.
But where did we play? What was the first?
It was in Washington. We drove up to Washington in that blue van.
The blue Ford?
The blue Ford. And it was a long
The Amigo
time
Mobile?
ago. Nice.
Yeah.
But I really was so excited to show these guys who, you know, in my eyes, I looked up to in a local band, and it did not end well. No, man, it was, oh, jeez. I felt a little embarrassed, but, you know, I explained to them, like, I broke a string, and they're like, no, you know, it's all good. We understand.
Who else was in the band at that
It
point
was
in time?
It was Mondo, JR, and Alex, but JR couldn't go that day, so Alex stepped in on drums.
Got you. So you
Right?
needed quinto.
So they needed quinto.
Got you.
Yeah, and I was, oh, man.
When I went with Pepe, it was
Devastating gig.
Alex-
That was one that stuck with me for a little while. I was like, that was very humbling. Very humbling.
ready to rock.
But what happened after the cemetery, though? I wanted to touch back on that.
Oh, you mean when we went straight home with
Yeah,
no problems?
We'll go straight into these stories. I want to touch base
Dude.
with paranormal stories.
We were in a spot where there was no service. Like, cell service was like,
Nada.
And we all have different cell services. So it wasn't just like one, all of us.
it was gone. It was
No.
near Tillamook. It was kind of near the coast. You know how to go to the beach, you have to go through the mountains first?
The woods.
It was right before you get to the coast. We're still in the mountains. That's where the cemetery was. And so we're like, we need GPS to get home. And I was driving, the fucking Amazon driver who should know where he's going. And we go out the fucking, we leave the cemetery. And I'm like, I think it's this way.
It wasn't this way.
Bro, I go this way and I'm waiting because I'm like, pretty soon I'm going to get service in my phone. You know what I mean? Bro, we went what? 40 minutes down some logging road. Se acabó la calle.
I knew we were. I thought we were fine, but then after a while, I was like, "Are you? Do you know where you're going?" Because it was completely dark, and I didn't recognize the road we were driving on.
And my phone is still like, boop, boop,
Pero
boop.
estaba GPS de la troca, no? I mean,
That's
Yeah.
what because I plugged my phone to the truck. So I was waiting for the GPS in the truck to fucking boot in. I was going deeper into the heart of the motherland, bro. It was getting worse.
yeah, we were.
Bro, se acabó the street ended. We started.
Yeah, have you seen Supernatural? I felt like we were in an episode of Supernatural, like the very mini story at the very beginning.
It was
where, you
bad,
know,
bro. It
like a
started getting
ghost
foggy.
ends up in front of the car, and we're like,
And
"That's
it got to
this
the
is
point where I was like, if it doesn't get better in 10 minutes, I'm going to turn around. 10 minutes. If it doesn't get better in 5 minutes. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what, guys?
Rewind.
Why did I rewind? That's Selena's buzz, eh?
Nice.
Bro,
Yeah,
honestly.
we went back,
That's
so we had to go back. All that.
Literally back to the cemetery to where we were. And instead of making left, we went right. And it was right there, bro.
No, but we still. I mean, it still took us a while because
It took us a minute,
'cause
honestly.
we went like up the hills. Y todavía like it took us a while to get to civilization.
It was bad.
So where we thought we were going back home, we ended up going deeper into the forest, ending up in the middle of nowhere, where the road just ended.
there were logging roads where they go to cut trees down to make new roads. Like it was
Not a single civilian house, anything.
Oh
in
no!
sight. It was
Even
scary.
Bigfoot was like, "The fuck is going on here?" Them boys are loud. Oh my god! Is there guitars in the backseat of that motherfucker?
Hey Pepe, I wanted to ask you. Do you have any paranormal stories?
I am gonna ask you that, obviously, Pepe. 2 minutes.
I need to think. I mean,
You want me to talk while you think?
you go first. Yeah.
I have a little story about with your mom, actually.
Oh, my mom has the most.
I know.
paranormal stories. I've heard her stories.
You guys have a bunch. I mean, where you used to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you one that I personally experienced. So when we first moved into our new house in Gresham, I was 7 years old, 8 years old, and we would walk past the stairwell. You know the stairs. I could see at the top of the stairs there was like a figure, and I thought it was nothing of it for the first couple of years. But then one day I caught it. I noticed it again. I'm like, wait, and I looked up. I double took this time, and it was this like I don't know, this kid dressed well like from the 1800s. You know how they used to wear like the weird hats and the nice button-up suits and whatever.
I don't know.
And I'm
this
like,
story.
what the fuck was that? And then all of a sudden it was gone. Okay, and the next day I asked my mom, like, Mom, have you guys seen anything weird in this house? She's like, now that you mention it, yeah, I saw this like weird like maybe 11, 12-year-old boy wearing like a fancy suit. I'm like, yeah, a fancy suit, right? She's
At
like,
your
yeah,
house
in
right
one of the
now?
houses, the house we live in now. We haven't seen it in the past couple of years because we've been telling it to fuck off. Now it was so normal. We're just like, fuck off. We gave it a name. I think it was like Francis or something. We're like, fuck off, Francis. Now's not the time.
Pobrecito Francis is like, I'm trying to play with you.
Yeah. But anyway, and then we brought it up with more, you know, my dad and Edgar and Jorge were, because Jorge was living with us at the time. We're like, y'all seen something? And they're like, yeah. And they described it the exact same way. Some boy, you know, dressed in a suit or whatever, or some like young. I saw it again in the garage when I was going in, and I saw it in the corner of my peripherals. I look over at him, and he's looking at me, looking at him. And I'm like stunned, okay, because I'm a kid. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to react when the ghost in front of me. And I'm just like, and he just looks at me and just smiles, gone.
No,
And I'm like, oh, shit. We need to move. We need to move again. It was the most terrible. And then after a while, you know, we started seeing him over. At least I did. I don't know, maybe I'm fucking crazy or something. But seeing him all the time. And I was just like, fuck off, dude. Like, I don't like, you know, it's 2 in the morning. You want to go downstairs, grab a glass of milk, go back to bed.
Como chingas?
That's a segunda. You're like, can you imagine?
Dude, I heard that he would play with Gordo. He would play with Gordo, the kid. I heard the story from your mom.
Oh, yeah.
That Gordo was
That
playing
was my nephew.
with the ball, and Gordo shit. He threw the ball to the, because you know they have a sala as you first walk into the, and then everybody was in the big sala, the one that goes with the sliding glass back door, and that. So nobody was in the first sala, the first living room. That Gordo was playing with the ball right there, like in the dining room, the part that divides the 2 living rooms. He said that they said that Gordo threw a ball into the dark first living room and that nobody's in, and that the ball came back.
But
Yeah.
here's the kicker. Right at the end of it is what are those things where it holds like fancy glass chinaware and all that stuff? What is it called? You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, like that holds your
Hold
fancy
your
silverware.
fancy silverware. That's what's at the end of that.
The China
living room.
hutch.
The hutch, right? And so if he hit the hutch, we would hear it, right? All the clinking, right?
Yeah.
We didn't hear it. So the ball would just be rolling back on, you know, not on its own. But it was fucking Francis. I don't know his name, but we're going to call him Francis now. Francis. Was kicking it back. Because we didn't hear the clink, 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 clink. It was...
Fucking Francis was like, Gol de Messi. I seen your shit. Bro, he wasn't. Did you guys see that? The Canelo was like, fuck Messi because he was stepping on the Mexico shirt. I guess.
Oh, that's messed up.
I
love Messi, but that's messed up.
I guess,
didn't
I
see
mean,
that.
right. I seen that's fucked up if that's what happened. But Messi said that he wasn't doing that. That's what Messi said. I don't know. Messi said it was like.
Well, he's a public figure. He's not going to admit. I mean, if he. Yeah.
There's
no.
pictures of it though. What do you think?
Otro, compadre.
Didn't they win today?
Are we doing this? Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They won it in
Speaking of Messi, I love when they they film the lineup of the soccer roster when they're doing
Oh yeah.
and then at the very end is Messi. And
Why'd you put
it's
your
just like
Why'd you put your seat up?
the whole team, Messi.
Why'd you put your seat up?
Okay, my feet can touch the ground. Okay,
Jager.
JB.
Jager bombs.
We're doing number 2. Salud for Francis.
Well, I only have Red Bull in mine. So
Francis.
my friend is
Francis.
Profiles.
He drinks it like nothing.
No. Sí, I mean, es que.
Damn, son.
I feel like we should all do like a shotgun contest.
No.
Oh, you're gonna win.
I don't know, man. I'm
I
not even halfway done.
with the beers. Oh no, I mean, I'm trying to like.
This came up in my memories either today or yesterday, and I think it was. I'm gonna check before it hits me
like a
because I
year
think it
ago
was.
today this happened.
But it was like 8 years ago that I posted about it.
You have the same account from 8 years ago?
11 years ago,
Wow.
12 years ago, something like that. In Facebook. Facebook's the
I
main one.
applaud you for your memory because I forget my passwords. Like if I get a new phone, I'm screwed. I've had this phone since 2018, bro. Like, I mean, upgraded in a minute because I don't want to.
I remember
make a new account for everything.
I remember, and it's because it's a video that I shared that happened, and I shared it because I said this happened when I was driving home with your mom and dad. It was on Powell over here. Do you know Berry Ridge Apartments?
Mm-hmm.
It's the part of Powell after you leave 181st and you turn left going to Ari's house. There's parts of Powell that kind of gets windy like this, and it's still civilized, but it's in between civilized. You know what I'm saying? There's like kind of wildlife area right there, and then there's a median right there of a couple of, because Powell on both lanes it turns into one lane each side, and then in between the two lanes there's like a median with like some trees going in.
Yeah. It's for like not even half a mile.
It's not. It's very short. It's very short. Very, very short.
Well,
I remember very fucking clearly, and it's so crazy. I was driving to your house with your parents. I was in the back seat. Your mom was in the front seat.
When was this? 8 years ago? You said?
8 years ago when I shared it. I was a kid when it happened.
Oh shit.
I was probably like 8 or 9 when it happened.
Wow.
I was with your older brother, with George.
Yeah.
We were driving home, and I remember fucking seeing this. There was a guy up ahead. We were in that part. And he was crossing the street, and he had a dog with him right behind him.
I remember that. Yeah. You remember,
Were you
told me
there
this.
too?
No, you told me this.
I told you
though.
this?
Tell me
I
again.
remember this so fucking clearly. He had a dog with him. He was walking with a dog. And then I was like, oh, that's just a guy crossing the street with his dog. It happens. And we pull up to him, and I'm just like watching him. And then as we pass him, we look at him, and there's no fucking dog. It's just him. And I'm like, that's weird. I said to myself. And then your mom said, didn't that guy have a dog with him? And I was like, yes, he did. Like the verification. It's so crazy because when it's just you, you're like, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
But when somebody else like says like, wait a minute, didn't? And you're like, yes.
That's
that
how I
did
felt
happen.
about fucking Francis, dude. I thought I was losing my shit.
The verification that someone
Yes,
else
that's-
also.
Yes.
Dude, it makes you like, I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I
so
felt
satisfying.
good. Me and
Yeah.
right there were like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But did you see the guy? I mean, the
guy was there. It was the guy. The guy was solid.
But the good dog.
The dog was gone though, like 100%.
And he was on a leash, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was on a leash.
walking.
He was walking it, and then the guy was. And then when we pull up to him, we look, and it's just the guy.
Huh.
It was crazy. It makes zero sense to me, and I didn't think about it. But then when your mom said, "Didn't that guy have a dog with him?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yes, he did." Excuse me,
Damn.
baby. We've given you some time to marinate with your paranormal story.
I think he was too busy reacting to our stories. Fucking Francis and that guy walking his non-existent dog.
I mean, but es que no tanto. There isn't that much that I mean, I'm not that big of a believer, pero cosas que me han pasado. There is like when I was a kid. Oh man, it's gonna be a while. So we were in Mexico, and it was like I think it was I think it was like
That's where the good stories are.
I think this was like Christmas time. It was December, and I don't know. We were supposed to take these cows to this little corral.
But wait. Sorry to interrupt. ¿Qué parte de México?
El Mezquital Durango.
Mezquital Durango.
Ay,
Shit. ¿Cómo se pizza?
Salud por eso.
Arriba Durango.
I'll eat one for Mezquital Durango.
I feel like this is going to be a great story, so I want some pizza.
It's not. So I mean, we're supposed to take these 4 cows into a little corral, and we were able to put 3 of them, but one of them didn't go in and it kept walking the wrong way down the street. So we're following this cow, me and my cousin.
Is it a full cow or a mini cow?
It's a full cow, and it's like, okay, we have to go get this cow because otherwise me van a poner una chinga si no llevo esta vaca para atrás al corral. So I'm chasing the cow with my cousin, and
I can only even picture it.
and I mean the closer we get, the cow keeps going. I mean I'm probably like 10, 11 years old, and I mean we get closer to the cow, but the cow keeps going. So there's this part we have a little river, and the cow crosses the river, and it's like great. So now we have to walk through this little like unas tablas que estaban ahí. We had to cross the river and try to get this cow because I'm really scared that if I don't get this cow, I'm gonna get like
Una chinga del año.
no, una chinga del año. para Navidad, and it was like
For Christmas.
for Christmas. So we're chasing this cow, and it's like, man, I just need to get ahead of the cow so I can like
Yeah.
steer it back,
Turn
and
it
take
around.
back. So we start going up this little hill, and there's straight left and right, and I see the cow going up on this hill, and I'm like, okay, we gotta go follow this cow this way. So me and my cousin go. We're walking. I'm not sure how much time has passed by, but we're walking, and then finally, de la subida, we finally go down, and it's a straight road. And I'm like, okay, I just need to try to beat the cow so I can bring it back. And we're walking. This is Christmas time, and we had left like around noon. I see once more we're on the straight road. On the left side, I see like a town, una hacienda, and it's like it looks abandoned, but it's like it looks like it was like a little small town. I don't know. It's really weird because I mean I don't know all the places in Mezquital or what's around it, but I was like, okay, I mean that's kind of weird. I mean another small town. So I see that, and then there's like a little stretch where I was finally able to pass the cow, and I was like, okay, yeah, ahora sí, finally. I was like, I
Turn
had
it
it.
around.
We got it. We got her. We went back. Finally, we had to go back up the hill, down the hill, through the river, into the corral. And it's like, I don't know what time it is, but ya en la tarde, I asked my parents, I'm like, I saw this, and it's like una hacienda, like a little small town, like, what's over there? What is this place? And they're like, there's nothing near this town, like miles and miles away, like. So I was like, but I saw this, and they're like, no, I mean that's like at least 2 hours away, like the closest thing near to where we're at. And I'm like, but I saw this. I saw una hacienda. I saw like a small.
What's worrying me is that the cow knew it was there, so the cow was heading there.
I don't know. I mean, it was.
You know what I mean? Like the cow was sensing, like I'm gonna go to the next town over, probably get some milk. I don't know.
But it's good. I didn't feel like we had walked.
I don't know what cows eat. I'm sorry, I'm not a farmer.
I don't know. Pero sí se me hizo super raro because it was like, my dad says there's
A whole
nothing.
ass town.
There's
Little
nothing
town.
near around us. For like.
So you've seen a town that doesn't exist
So I saw.
You went to the
town,
underworld,
I saw
my
an
friend.
hacienda, I saw. I don't know. I
in
mean.
the MCU, huh?
A cow.
Mhm.
Cow
You went to
underworld.
another
I don't
universe.
know. It was really weird, but they assured me that there's
That's why I
like
love
there's
Mexico.
nothing like that near us. And I'm like, I saw this. I
Sorry.
don't know.
seen it.
So I'm really curious. I haven't looked in Google's map or like I would like to go back because it was like
Have you been back since?
no así hasta allá no nunca he ido
Oh,
porque
man.
If we
Porque
were a
sí me dio
paranormal
road
channel,
trip.
yeah, I was gonna say we should go check it out. Like, try
And
to
that
see
was
if
in
we
the
can
day?
retrace.
that wasn't during the day. Yeah, so I mean.
I'm telling you,
That's
he
a
went to
little-
another universe or something. I'm a strong believer. I'm an optimistic. I really believe in other universes. You know, all the strange
The multiverses?
multiverses. I believe in aliens. I believe in ghosts. I believe in all that. I mean,
Well, if you
fucking
don't-
Francis. I stared fucking Francis in the fucking face. Okay, I know there's some crazy shit in our world, and I've heard
There
a
is.
lot of stories of my mom in Mexico. And there's
I believe, but I'm like Pepe. I have a skeptical mind. But the thing is, I have a skeptical mind in the sense that, but I'm also a believer at the same time. And my skeptical mind works as I try to disprove something. You know what I'm saying?
using
if I hear,
logic.
If I hear this, I'm like, that could be this, could be this. But if it reaches a point towards like,
There's no explanation.
then what is it?
Then
That-
what the
that's
fuck is
that's
it?
where I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well
And
then.
stronger believer in aliens, and now that the government said there is, and I was like, fuck yeah, I
Yeah.
knew it.
Yeah.
We can
There's
just-
aliens.
Yeah.
There's a whole story about that. so I
Pero
don't know
con
if
ghosts
touch
and
that.
all that, te digo, I mean, I try to rationalize always, and I know there's some things that we can't understand, but en México pues tenemos un dicho que dice, o sea, hay que tenerle más miedo a los vivos
And I
que a los
do.
muertos.
I do.
Which is true.
Yeah.
I
So,
do.
but
Translation for our
Non-Spanish.
I mean, you got to be more afraid of the
People-
live people than the dead. I mean,
be
just
more
because,
afraid of the living than of the
Francis
dead.
wasn't doing shit than just
Yeah,
doing
Francis
stare
just
downs.
wanted to play ball.
wanted to
Francis
play ball.
poses no threat to
Yeah.
me.
The cow just wanted to get some milk.
Yeah, the next channel over.
I don't know what cows eat. I'm not a farmer. No, but you do it even as a Catholic, right? You're Mexican. I'm assuming you're Catholic. You're Mexican. I'm assuming you're Catholic. And one of the biggest prayers, I think, is El Credo. I'm not sure. It says, God will come again to judge the living and the dead.
And the dead.
They say and the dead right there. What do they mean? What judge?
That's
what
a good point.
What dead hasn't been judged yet?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's from
Oh,
top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez. All right, man.
Man, siento que vamos a tener que tener varios de estos, because I feel like there's so
Yeah.
many things that,
There's so many stories.
digo, porque si tengo, I mean, that's probably the biggest one that I have, just because it's like, how can you see a whole town? How can you see a whole, like,
A whole cow trying to get milk. I mean,
I don't know what this guy was trying to do, or taking me to the underworld or
I
something.
thought you were, I thought you were literally gonna tell me that we seen some duendes in the river and shit. I thought that's where you were going with that.
that's some like shit my mom
I
would
mean-
say, bro. Honestly.
I mean, I've heard. I mean, es que digo, I don't
There's
know
so
how much
much
time.
shit.
¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos? I mean, ahí con nosotros en el mezquital, las leyendas mexicanas donde quiera están. Siempre que la Llorona y todo eso. Tenemos un cerro or a hill that's supposed to be enchanted. And para desencantarlo, que hay un tesoro ahí. You have to take this girl and like sacrifice her to
Holy fuck!
to disenchant the place, and you'll get the
what?
treasure.
Eternal gold.
I mean,
Eternal reward.
Yeah, pero pues.
But at
I
what
don't know.
cost?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
The girl?
I'm a little bit
No.
skeptical about that. But hablando de duendes, we do have los pigmeos ahí en el mezquital, which is like, because I live in la sierra, and there's a place even more higher, like there's some hills and mountains up even higher, where there used to be a civilization of small people, tipo duendes, pigmeos. They call them pigmeos.
Big males, like Pigmeos. Big males.
Pigmeos.
I've never heard about that before.
I mean,
And duendes to English translate
English.
is like gnomes.
like gnomes.
Gnomes.
And this is a real thing, because we have proof. There's little houses. There's little like places where they lived, and like there are places where they were at. I mean, it's been trashed now and like vandalized because we don't take care of our stuff. But like,
Because we're assholes.
but the ruins are there.
No fucking way.
And there's like evidence and hard evidence. I think we're on National Geographic. I mean, there's actual stuff that these people really existed back in the day. And I mean, this is real. Like, the stuff is there.
You have to be a believer, man.
And that's in Durango?
That's in Durango,
skeptic
en la
about it.
mera sierra, pues, I mean, and so people say que los pigmeos sí existieron, and it's like, it's yeah, the ruins are there. You can walk there and find a place, but so I don't know. I mean, that more concrete.
I haven't
evidence,
seen, but my mom has seen some shit. My mom says she's seen some shit here about duendes.
Aquí en la casa?
Wow.
Aquí en la casa.
Did this basement that we're currently
You know what's
in
crazy?
is always giving
Everybody
me,
said crazy shit about the basement.
this basement's always
I used
This is the
freaks
first time
me out,
I'm
man.
here. Nunca he pasado the garage, half of the garage, or
Dude, I didn't know
everything
Pepe
here.
was
Like, there's
down here.
stairs down here?
Bro,
Like,
I
go
was
there.
I was waiting for Pepe to come out of his car. He's down here already.
Yeah.
I'm like jamming to music.
My mom told me that one time she was sitting in the living room watching TV, and it's summertime, so she had the back door open and the front door because it has some breeze. And she said that, like, coming into to the kitchen from the outside, "Un pinche bandito." And then she just looked over and they made eye contact, and I was like, I'm fucking bounced. That's what she says.
Did the battery die, profiles?
What battery?
The camera batteries.
It has no batteries.
It's like, was I supposed to put batteries in them?
Solar power.
No.
All right, kind of doing a mild transition here. I've seen your podcast. I've seen many episodes. I love your show.
Who's your best guess?
And who's my best what?
Of course. currently speaking right now.
Probably the well, I was gonna say PYB, but not PYB. It's another acronym. RCF.
RCF boys.
RCF boys, probably the best episode.
They're another podcast too, compadre. Have you heard of them?
I know there's a bit you do about shit stories.
That's one of my. I talk about paranormal stuff, and I talk about if you've ever had a shit story. Not everybody has a shit story, but if you do, I ask you about it and see.
And you know, a long time ago when I was watching this episode, I was like, "Yo, I have a great shit story." I mean, good one. But then I was like, when you were asking me about it when we were wanting to film this, I was like, "Oh shit, it escapes me." Just today, I was at work reading Harry Potter to my students, and I saw a word that triggered this memory, and I was like, I have it now. I remember it.
What's the Harry Potter word that triggers this shit story?
It's the word is bucket. The word is bucket. Okay?
Oh my god!
It could have been a lot worse, but it was just bucket. Okay. And if you guys don't mind, I would love to share this story.
Man.
I mean, it's a little embarrassing, but all right, okay, I'll take the spotlight for a second. So back when I was living in California with Los Amos, right? I was crashing on the couch of my drummer Vampy, and he lives in like a duplex kind of house where like it's the entrance to the house where there's a living room and a kitchen, a door to his bedroom that has a bathroom further away. So to get to the bathroom, you have to go through his bedroom. There's a bathroom.
And there's only one bathroom?
There's only one. It's like a duplex, and it's a very small because he's a single guy, doesn't need much. He's hardly home because we're always touring.
Okay.
So anyway, we have a party. You know, we just got back from touring. We're having a party. His neighbors don't give a shit. It's like party on. I actually text him like, "Hey, tell the banda to play this song." So
they're asking for songs from the next door.
Yeah. So anyway, 4 a.m, we're up late. He goes to bed. I go to bed, I wake up, and I have an emergency shit. Like, when you wake up, you're like, I have to take a shit. Like, my body was like, you have 2 minutes starting now. I'm going with or without your toilet. Like, okay. I was like, oh, fuck. So I texted him right away. I woke up like, hey, bro, I need to use your bathroom. Am I good to go in? Because he had a girl stay over. I was like, I don't want to just barge in, go through there. And he didn't reply for 30 seconds, a minute. And I was like, fuck. So I knock on his door. Hey. Bumpy, open the door, bro. Open the door. I need to go to the bathroom. Door's locked. I can't go in. He's not waking up. I'm like, shit. So I'm panicking. In this kitchen, there's like a broom closet. And I know because I never looked in there. I'm like, maybe it's a spare bathroom. Like, So I open the door, and it's like where the gas thingy is, the gas tank for the whole house. And like a couple brooms and a bucket. And that's why Harry Potter triggered this story, because I saw the word bucket, and I'm like, oh, I remember when I took a shit in the bucket. So anyway, I'm like, oh, shit, he's not replying, fuck it. So I grab a garbage bag, put it over the bucket, and I sat down, and it was like a flimsy bucket, so I didn't want to sit on it. So I'm squatting over it, right? A few minutes pass by. I hear his shower go on. So I'm like, oh, shit, they're awake.
Where are you shitting?
In his broom closet, like in the kitchen, like the door open, because you can't even stand in there. It's that small. So I put the bucket right next to the door. And I'm squatting over this bucket, and the shower's going on. I think it's the girl that slept over, right? So anyway, a few minutes passed, and I'm like, I was in full panic mode. I didn't plan what to do after. So I realized, I'm like, I don't have any toilet paper.
Fuck, wait.
Shit. So I grab my pants, and I go into the kitchen, grab some napkins, clean my business. Okay? The shower stops as I'm in the middle of this, right? Okay, I'm like... Clean my business. That's how I do it.
Man.
Like this.
A new inside joke has spawned on the podcast, and we go like this.
That means we have to. Okay.
Clear the perimeter.
So I'm like, oh shit. And I think his girl's out of the shower, so I need to hurry up before they get up and come out to the kitchen. So I'm taking a shit in his kitchen, half into the kitchen, half into the closet. I clean up, throw the napkins in there, wrap it up. As soon as I pull the garbage bag close, door opens. His girl, she pops her head out. She sees me because the door's open. It's not normally open. She's like, what are you doing over there? And I'm like, nothing. She sees me sweating.
Taking
I
out
had
the
to
garbage.
squat for like 5 minutes. So I'm like sweating over there. What you talking about? I'm like, nothing. I was 17. I was young. I was trying to lie. I was like, nothing. No, I wasn't doing anything. So take the garbage, walk past her out the front door, throw it in the garbage. Come back inside, and Vampy is like, hey, I saw your text. You can go to the bathroom now. So I'm like, well, now I got to die with the lie, right? So I go to this bathroom, just faking, like, going poop, just rolling through it, toilet paper, just throw it. Because, the walls are thin. You can hear everything.
Oh, so you're like,
And so rolling up toilet paper balls and throwing them in the toilet.
oh
Yeah.
my god.
So I'm like dying with the lie at this point. I'm fully committed. And then okay, so I flush, do my business, pretend to do that.
Get a better
Go up.
clean. Get a second opinion.
Vampy comes up to me and he goes, hey. Okay, wait, hold on. This story gets better. Wait for it. So I come out. Vampy approaches me. He's like, bro, there's shit in my kitchen.
No.
I missed one little turd. It hit the floor, the kitchen floor. And I'm like, I think you got raccoons, bro. Like, I gotta die with the lie at this point. I gotta die with the lie. You know, I'm fully committed at this point.
He said, why is there shit in my
Yeah.
kitchen?
And so I'm like, I got it, bro, because I know it's my shit. So I grab some napkins, you know, some gloves, throw it in another bag.
You missed the bucket?
I missed the bucket with a little turd on the floor. And I never brought up again. And I'm sure, like, his girl smelt it, you know, while she come in.
Of
So she
course.
probably told him already.
She was like, what are you doing?
Oh, God, what is that? But, yeah, that concludes
That's a pretty
my
good one.
most embarrassing
That's a pretty good one.
shit story.
I don't know if that would beat my buddy's Leo's.
That was a great story.
No, that one.
But that one's pretty good.
But,
though.
yeah, you know, when you shit, you're in full panic mode. And you're
That
not
one's-
thinking. And I was 17 years old. I'm not, you know, the brightest. I'm 17. And
Too much.
just
I
gotta die with the
have
lie.
a shit story with Mon.
Yeah, raccoons.
Raccoons.
Bro, I have a shit story with Mondo and Alex. We went
Oh,
fishing.
with amigos.
Los amigos de la sierra, los current amigos de la sierra, Pepe's bandmates.
Yeah.
One time, me and Memo were over there. We went fishing with
River?
kind
Sunday?
of
Were you
Lost
at it?
Lake.
Lost Lake. I love Lost Lake.
Lost Lake is shit.
It's beautiful.
There's no bathrooms.
No, there's a lot of trees and bushes.
Yes, there is.
And no buckets, no flimsy buckets.
No.
No buckets.
Big trees. I'm talking about big trees.
Enough where the leaves are big enough so you can, you know.
Did I tell you the story already? Because you're telling my
No.
story.
Oh,
It was one of those times where you're shitting, and like how you say, your ass gives you a countdown, and they don't care. They don't care about your GPS. They don't care about your social status. They don't care if you're fucking. They don't care. Your ass does not care, and and you know when it's chorro before it happens because you got bubbles.
Yeah,
You got the boobles.
the bubbly gubblies.
the boo-boos. You know what I'm saying? Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Dude.
Bubbles.
And I'm like, wait a minute, that's one knock, you know, you don't have to answer when it's one knock. I'm like, wait a minute, guys, is there a bathroom here? And they're like, yeah, on that side of the lake, facing the water. And I'm like,
And how far is that, like, walking or boat?
it's
ride-wise?
a couple miles.
So
like,
it's far.
and I'm like,
Couple miles. No miles.
and I'm like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
You won't make it.
and I'm like, fuck.
Stomach's
And,
churning.
and here's the thing, I don't, I don't tell the guys. I'm like, I'll be right back. Where are you going? I'm trying to see if there's a better fishing spot. I disappear, son, and I'm like, and it's like a wooden like a path thing, like a. It's crazy because it's not like a dirt path. They built wood onto it, like it's like a deck, but it's not very, maybe 2 feet wide. And we're fishing on this little dock thing, and I go back to the main deck, and I gotta get out. And while I'm going, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? No paper, no nothing. I'm like, I'm Bear Grylls on this motherfucking now. And I hop off the trail cause some of the trail was like high, like you had to like you can't just hop off. You gotta like sit on the trail and down. And now I got to a spot where I can kind of hop off, and I found the nearest tree, and I went around, and I was like, cause I knew I'm not gonna pine cone it, and I was, cause that's bad. Don't do that. And I got a couple like the big leaves, like pumpkin plant leaves, but they're not pumpkin plants, but they're big like that. I was just, and I got like 4 of them, bro. And it's crazy because when you squat down, you know, because you squatted. Yeah. Bro, if you squat directly over, you're going to hit your pants because your pants are suede. So if you go like this, your pants are right there. So I'm like holding my pants up like this. Like I go from under like this and I pull it
lean on
forward.
a tree or anything. The best thing to do is lean on something.
Ah, fuck, you're right. I didn't
Yeah,
think
that's
about
what
that.
I was kind of like leaning on. The
I
wall,
was
doing,
holding
like,
the
a
tree
wall
like
squat.
this.
Sideways? Like on the side?
I didn't want to fall.
Just lean the back up. Okay. All right.
So I'm holding like this, and I have my straight down, and I have my forward like this. Bro, chorro. Wait, it started like I had to go like this for one point because it was like running down like a fucking
Like a little path.
like a
water path.
river, like
a river. A chorro river. A chorro river.
chorro. Fucking with a couple fucking. I don't think I did a great job, but it was in the wilderness. You know, I used my 4 leaves and I had no more leaves. I was like, pues ni pedo. I had to check the perimeter. Check the perimeter real quick, pero I went back. Hey, you find anything? Nah. This is the best spot we're gonna find around here. I think. You can ask those guys, fucking Mondo and Alex.
Do they know what you went to go do to this day?
I don't think so.
They have no idea.
Well, now
They do now.
Yeah. All right, man.
So who's hungry?
No.
We gotta
Yeah.
check your perimeter.
I mean,
Let's hear it.
Will you check that one?
I mean, I would call this the holy shit story.
Holy shit!
Literally and figuratively. Peripherally.
My peripherals.
Because it happened at church.
No.
So, por eso the holy.
In the middle of confession, like, pare. Pause.
Córtale. No. So, I mean, it didn't happen to me, but I won't give out names or anything. But
Mm-hmm.
this is back in the day. Back in the day. I mean, a musician, Miguelito, estaban tocando ahí en el coro de la iglesia en la misa. This is the mariachi days, so this is back.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't think I was even born yet.
And one of my bandmates had to go to the bathroom. But the director at the time was like, no, you gotta, I mean, we're playing, you gotta do this. He had to go. And I don't know, I mean, the Holy Spirit, I don't know what happened, took over. And I mean, we're in el balcón, so I mean the people are ahí abajo.
Oh, the Hood River one.
El Hood River.
Oh yeah, you've been there.
I've been there.
it's about-
Yeah, so estamos allá arriba, ¿no? Tocando. Y pues no pudo aguantarse. Y pues he's like, I gotta go, I'll be back. So he leaves, and I mean, luckily estaban dando el sermón o algo, so they're talking, but there is a bathroom in the first floor, and he's there the whole time, and I mean, so you're wearing your mariachi suit.
Which, by the way, I feel like is a struggle in itself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So, I mean, he didn't make it.
No. Did he go on the stairs?
Was it at least a black mariachi shoot? Because there's white ones.
I don't remember which one it was, pero por ahí estuvo en el baño y, I mean, no vas a tocar sin calzones with the mariachi suit, so tuvo que lavar sus calzones ahí
With the hand soap.
with the hand soap, with whatever he had, and it was like 30 minutes later, finally shows up y sube arriba y I mean, pero te digo, so I mean, I feel like that's tough, pero pues
That's
te digo,
tough.
I mean, if you have to go, you have to go, and you gotta go, cause I
These shit stories have a theme of you got 2
Emergency.
minutes.
mean, you gotta
and
go. I mean, as musicians, this is why I don't like to eat antes de tocar, because it's like, I mean, you don't want your stomach to
You're
betray
you're
you.
fucking
Mm-hmm.
shaking the
Sí,
tiger's
pero,
cage.
I mean, and that's also something that I've always made sure. Yeah, después podemos comer lo que sea, pero before it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's playing I mean, with fire, if you're
Yeah.
up there, yeah.
That was literally me at Mojitos one of the times we played there. Remember? I was just like, I gotta go. Like mid gig, it was just like I'm out. Like
We've
at
been
the stage.
multiple times. We've been playing with Chetos, the tuba player,
Yeah.
and he just looks at us and he goes,
No.
and that's the universal sign for.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Shit.
This is my ass one. That's my shit.
Yeah. No, but I mean, and there's a few. I mean, where if we keep playing, oh man, I can't.
Yes, he can.
I can't. No, es que no. I mean, te la cuento después en la siguiente.
Come on.
Because it's not a shit story. It's a peace story.
Oh.
But yeah, te la voy a tener que contar because that one was like, I mean, I saw it happen. So,
I seen it.
I seen it. So,
It's dead.
is it cool?
Still good.
Tenemos tiempo.
What percent? 3%. But that's just mine though. That one always dies.
Yeah.
That one's the shitty one. That's why I put it on me because that one's good and that one's good. ¿Verdad que sí? Todavía.
Pero ¿cuánto tiempo tenemos? Are we still good on
Probably
time?
like 10 minutes at most.
Yeah, I don't got. There's no. Even if this camera dies,
Mm-hmm.
por mí no hay
bueno,
verga.
no, pues entonces, digo, I'll say the next one unless you want me to say it right now.
Well, I mean, you want it?
You want
Okay,
you want
let's-
to hear? You want to hear?
Pro-
Audience.
Profiles wants it, you know.
Okay, all right.
But we are gonna come back and do
Okay.
another episode.
Yeah,
Though.
of
That's not.
course.
That's not saying we're not gonna
we
do another.
barely touched half, not even close to half
Nothing.
of the
We're
stories.
gonna have other
we
ones.
have.
This
What
is
we
like
need to do
0.5% of
Is
the...
more Jager.
Oh my gosh, the stories we have.
Pero se las
together.
cuento mientras se toman su Jager, bro.
Yeah.
So, estábamos en una tocada.
Where? Paint me a vivid picture.
So, I don't remember when it was, but it was really cold that day. And so I'm guessing it was maybe during the winter time. Y estábamos tocando yo y mis compañeros. Hijo de su madre, I can't believe I'm saying, I'm telling you this one. Y estábamos tocando, and it was really cold, and we were outside. And one of my band,
What was funny about it was cold outside.
I'm thinking of a different story.
one of my bandmates is like, bro, I gotta go. I'm like, okay.
Are you guys wireless? Or are
I
you
just
guys
want to
plugged
point
in?
out to you guys though, when he says one of my bandmates, he means him. Okay, like let's be real, honest. He shit his pants at
One
as
of
a
my
mariachi.
band selves.
He peed himself at a gig. Yeah. Nothing. Not me throwing him under the bus.
Are you gonna check it from here?
Y pues estábamos tocando, and it was like, okay. And I mean, this little disclaimer, and you guys know this. Once we start playing, we might not take a break after like maybe 2 hours. And I've always thought about this.
If that.
Okay.
If we take a break.
A little-
Sometimes the longest streak I've gone with you was like 5.5 hours
No
straight, no break.
So little sidetrack. Okay.
Sorry.
Para los dos. If you were to accumulate how much time we take off after each song in an hour or 2 hours, how long do you think it would be?
10 seconds? It's in the seconds. Not even a minute. Not even.
Total like running.
I mean,
time,
it goes
does
like
it
dun
consumimos?
dun dun. Gula dum boom boom boom. I don't know the words to that, but you know it's like instantaneously.
I mean, I've thought
El
about this.
mezquite. I don't know what the words are.
What?
Gusto?
No.
En las cumbres.
I'm like, what? No, pero ¿a
El
poco?
mezquite Durango.
But ¿a poco it's not true? I mean, we probably take a minute would be too much.
There's zero maña, and that's another thing about Pepe's
Like
group.
this is the amount of time we take between songs in a total of an hour. Let's take this drink. This is how long.
And we're still
Time it.
playing. We're
Time
still
it.
playing.
We're playing.
and we're still playing during this time, by the way.
Because you'll take a little break and you're like covering bass, and then you'll take a drink and you'll cover in. Pero yo me friego porque yo estoy como like.
Saludos para toda la gente que anda pitando con
Yeah. One of us picks up the other slack. I mean,
It's so great.
consistent.
I fucking love our fucking system.
Do you like it? I mean,
I fucking love it.
amazing.
sometimes I feel like it's like child abuse.
All right, sorry about that. We had a technical difficulty. Name profiles.
Pero
I think-
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Sí, güey.
Pero sí, cierto. I mean, we really don't take a break, and it's like, I don't know if it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. It's
No, it's a good thing because there's other grupos, and I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus because they're all my friends, honestly. But there's some grupos where they'll play one song, even if it's a cumbia, la gente está bailando and the people are dancing, le paran y claro que sí, aquí estamos, ding, 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 ding.
Pero,
ding.
compadre,
And I'm like,
how long can a popurrí de nosotros last?
they don't stop. They don't stop from the time we start que yo sé que al verme me muestras mis ojos, until the end of the night. Buenas noches, muchas gracias. We didn't stop.
Not at all. Yeah, no.
We didn't stop.
From the moment we up on the stage and we hit that first note, there's always music playing up until the last second.
If anything, we'll end the song and then al ritmo de cumbia. Da, na, na, na.
Yeah, if there's no music, it's because it's the start of another song. That's why.
Right away. Honestly, I think you, Pepe, and us as mercenarios were one of the most grupos who does the least amount of maña, and I mean that like if you pay for 4 hours of music, we're gonna give you 4
You're
hours.
gonna get
of
5
music.
hours of music.
Of like, but like there's grupos like a lot of mariachis, bro. They'll for
I've
4
heard-
hours.
I've heard that.
You're gonna get maybe 2.5 hours of actual playing because
45 minutes y agarran un descanso de 15 minutos y me lo han dicho.
and
que
they do
andan fumando,
breaks,
echando su
and not only
cigarro.
that, entre canciones, claro que sí, güey, aquí estamos toda la gente que está pitando, arrancamos con esta, ¿cómo le trae, compadre? No, pues no, todavía no la trae, pero saludos, and I'm like,
It's a bunch of bullshit dialogue for a whole. Just
and
talking,
this is during the
talking.
month that you've paid for hours, and they're talking during these hours, you know what I mean?
And it doesn't seem like a lot during, but if you add it up at the end of the
It's
gig,
a lot.
It's a lot. They talked for a total of like an hour when that whole hour could have been music.
Sí, güey.
Y pues, pero I mean, I think that's
Not us
that
exposing the
has
music
been a recipe.
industry right now.
That has been
But
a
it's also
recipe.
giving us props because we don't do that. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you guys, I know that Pepe doesn't do that. Our band, you know how fucking Felix is too. He fucking, if we're playing to, he's like, órale a la verga.
So to clarify, we're los nuevos mercenarios. This is los amigos de la sierra. But on Sundays,
We are a band.
on Sundays,
Sometimes George
we're
comes.
los
Dinastía
nuevos
George.
amigos de la sierra.
Sometimes George.
Amigos, los mercenarios de la sierra. Okay,
los nuevos amigos on
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah, on
Pero
Sundays.
that has been a recipe for, I mean, for us. I mean, somos de los grupos. I mean, yo soy de los viejos, pues ya de los veteranos. Tío,
He was before
I
us.
mean,
honestly.
we're gonna have to talk about this in another podcast. Pero, I feel like people get, I mean, the most for their buck each time con nosotros. I mean,
Sí.
I try to make sure that we're always playing. We're I mean, y no paramos. And y me lo han dicho a otros músicos. It's like, I mean, I feel like it's easy because you just gotta follow. I mean, tú sígueme and I'll
Yeah.
take care of the
He'll
rest.
take you places. Okay, like as a musician, he's broken a lot. Not just me personally, but I know of other musicians he's worked with, personally broken out of their little shell and really shine bright as a musician because of this guy's influence. And because remember how we were saying, like, if anyone's gonna turn this party around, it's this guy. He doesn't have that effect just on the party, but
On the musicians
on
as
other
well.
musicians
Yeah.
as well.
That's
Okay, and yeah, I just wanted to point that. I don't know where I was going with this.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to say, thank you. You know, that was.
I think, I've shared a lot of moments with you guys, and it's always really special too. I mean, I never take it for granted. Cuando subimos a un escenario, it's like, I mean, you guys are just like me. We're hopeless romantics musicians. We love being on stage. We love playing, and si nos dicen otra, it's like, okay, here we go, another half hour, otra hora.
Yeah.
We'll play as long as you want us
This
to.
last Sunday, I mean,
This
nos
last Sunday we
aventamos
played
casi
3
tres
We were
horas.
supposed to play 1 hour. How long did we play?
Like
We did
3.
3 hours.
I
And we
mean,
don't get paid for those extra 2
No, pues
hours.
no.
No,
We're
but-
there because we love it. We
We
want
love
to be
it.
there.
I
We love the crowd. If they give us their same reaction, their great reaction back, we respond in the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're there for the
Honestly.
people.
It really.
Yeah, I mean, you were
It's so
there.
fucking
You were there.
badass, dude.
You were there. I think you were there too. Cuando tocamos en Mike's Ice Cream.
Yes, I
Oh,
was there. Yes, I
mean-
was there
What a great show.
in Hood River, right?
Hood River.
That was
So,
another one for the
We made the
books.
newspaper.
Yeah.
I still have the picture of us on the newspaper of the Hood River newspaper.
Mike's Ice
We
Cream.
shut down a street.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That I think that was. I mean, there's so many moments, and
Dude.
Oh,
se
great.
echaron rolas en inglés, bro.
Dude, okay, did I tell you about what Edgar had to experience there? I asked him to. be
Edgar,
on-
your brother?
my
or
brother, the 6'2",
Your
Luke
my
Combs.
little big ass brother, Luke Combs, lookalike. Well, I asked him to film for me, so he had my phone, recorded the whole thing
no fucking way.
on the street, right? And some stranger, dude, he's never seen before, just by himself. We're starting to play some dance music, and next to him, all he hears, and I have it on video. All you hear is him say, "Dance mode activated." And just straight gets down. And I saw this because I asked him about him. Like, did you know that guy? I saw a dude just straight up going off by himself in the street, standing next to my brother. And it's just them two in the street, just standing next to each other.
Dance mode activated.
Yeah. Dance mode activated. So ever since then, that's been. I can find it. Probably. It's going to be a minute because it was like, how long did we play there?
I mean, I don't know. It's been years.
Mila and Selena were babies.
Yeah.
Like just born babies.
Newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a very special night.
That was so awesome. I think I did go up with you guys.
So we stay. I mean,
No, I jammed with you guys. I think I went up with Rennie.
pero fíjate, because I mean, we're playing at.
Un saludos para René, los renegados.
Para
Seriously,
René, no, pues
my
para todos, para
respects.
René, para Alex, para Armando, para
Yeah.
Chilo.
Para mi
I
tocayo.
mean, I mean, mis hermanos.
Great, wonderful musicians.
Nothing but
Best,
love.
one of the best I've ever worked with.
Pero esa,
One of the Dallas y Hood River.
pero esa noche, I mean, tocamos in American establishment, and it was like a Latino night, and I mean, people from wherever, everybody showed up for this event, and I mean, we were the first Mexican band, Latino band que nos invitan para estar en este evento, and everybody came out to support. So there were so many people there.
Across the street in the downslope lawn.
Mhm.
People pull out their lawn chairs, blankets, having a barbecue out there.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was just for like walk buyers.
It-
People
it was
came
awesome.
like it
It
was
was
a
awesome.
show, and it was.
Y I mean, tengo mi repertorio para la gente mexicana, pero pues también tenemos a few English songs. I mean, we got Have You Ever Seen the Rain, Let It Be,
I fucking love Let It Be.
Three Little Birds. And I mean, we had people.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So, I know. I mean,
Bro,
we-
fucking, what's the one? You're mine. También a la verga.
It was
And we
awesome.
belong together.
and that summer we had the biggest turnout out of all the bands. Y te digo, I mean, I mean, I've been so lucky and so blessed to have. I mean, the people always chose support. Yeah, and everybody came out, and we had all the people in Hood River there. And then in one of the songs, I'm like, hey, we're singing this song. Feel free to sing along with us. Y empiezo, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing's gonna be right. La gente está cantando. Y pues, I mean, the magic, I mean, just, it was a special moment.
There was magic in the air that night.
I mean,
That's, you know what? When you asked earlier about, you know, like significant gigs, even though I wasn't a part of the band,
Found it.
airdrop it to me.
I will.
Show profiles.
That is Carlos. Oh, that's the 10-second. I'm trying to see the 1-minute video where you can see the entire crowd. Oh, I don't have that
y
video.
pues la gente está cantando, they're singing along.
The whole crowd. I mean,
And you guys, I mean, you guys have shared those moments where
Yeah.
people are singing along, because I love people singing along.
We've had a couple of those, by the way.
Yeah.
more than a couple.
Even in his birthday party. Because
Yeah.
Y pues, I mean, I stop and I just do a cappella with the crowd, and it's like, don't worry about a thing, and people are singing along, and so many people were like, I think for the first time, saw a Mexican band covering Bob Marley, covering the Beatles, covering CCR, and me dice la dueña del lugar, llegó un autobús,
The owner of Mike's.
the owner of Mike's Ice Cream, and she's like, the people loved you guys. We had a full charter bus of a wedding party that had just came from London, and it was the first time they saw a live Mexican band covering, te digo, all these bands, and they just loved you guys. And it was like, I mean, the power of music. And it's just like,
brings them
That's
together.
crazy, huh?
Doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your ethnicity, what language you speak.
that was so
Music
beautiful.
is universal, okay?
Hey,
Music is
see?
universal.
It
Brings
pues,
everyone together.
I mean,
That is why we do this.
yeah. And you guys,
All right.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, you guys have gone to battle with me per se, so many times. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, each time we go up on stage, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't
That's
know.
true.
I mean, it's a different crowd. It's a different environment. I mean, the mood, the feelings, people. It's a different crowd always.
Mhm.
So no sabemos cómo responder. Pero luckily,
Déjalo.
la gente. I mean, I feel like we've always delivered, and people have always gone with, or left with a good taste of what we wanted to do, and we accomplished that. Y pues
I've worked with several bands. I'm somewhat of a band slut, but that's the only slut
You
I've ever
fucking
been.
whore.
I know, it's the only time. But the I've stayed with one band for more than 1 year, and the only band that's was with this guy because
that's
he
true.
has the highest success rate of successful gigs, if you will. I mean, where we go there and it's just a mild family gathering or whatnot, whatever it is, to the funnest party, to people never drinking and having that much fun in years, to people cry. I mean, you name it. This guy did it.
Yeah.
He did the impossible, if you will. And that's why I stuck with this guy by his side so many longs. It's been an honor
I
to
mean,
work
we
with you,
still
man.
jam out
And
together,
it's
you
still,
guys
I mean,
we
we
still-
still do it
we
to
still
this
do
day.
it. If you need a,
Awesome.
if you guys ever need a party on a Sunday,
Yeah, it's gonna be us three.
Straight up, honestly.
So with the featuring of George.
Y fíjate, even this week, el lunes me tocó tocar,
I seen that you had a busy week this week.
yeah,
Mhm.
y me tocó, I mean, the scale of different people que me tocó. El lunes me tocó tocar con, it's called the Oregon Farmers Bureau, so it's like a bunch of older Caucasians, que, I mean, they run farms and they run different ranches and businesses, and it's older folks. And I was able to still get them like hyped up and
That's what the
screaming.
fuck I'm talking about.
And that was
Not
crazy.
everybody has that, bro.
I've
not
been very
everybody.
lucky and blessed, and you guys have been around musicians all your life, and you guys know that. So that was Monday. Hoy me tocó tocar también para americanos, para mexicanos,
Blend.
and Samoans.
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 And we got them.
You played for the Rock's Cousins?
They were.
Rakishi?
¿Sabes qué canciones me pidieron? They got so lit. They were so like. I mean,
Three Little Birds.
you would think.
Was, uh-huh.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet
yeah. I
darling.
mean,
They should've fucking- I know.
Sweet darling.
me pidieron a través del vaso.
What?
I know.
Are they mixed?
La del moño colorado.
Are you sure they're not from Yucatan?
Samoan. I mean,
Samoanos.
and Despacito, Bidi Bidi Bamba. Like, and we
Wow.
and I was able to get to them. They were feeling the music. They were feeling like the groove, and that's such a beautiful thing to see that different cultures can enjoy our music. They can enjoy, like, I mean, te digo, and I mean that was from Monday to Friday to
Harder, please. Harder. I didn't hear that.
AJ. Pero I mean, you guys know. I mean, sometimes it's like we play for different people, and it's like we got to be out of our comfort zone, and it was like it was nice to see like them enjoying our music, and they were really into it. They were dancing, they were like
That's fucking
having a
awesome,
great time.
man.
So it's like I said
amazing.
before, the power of music, pues todo lo que puede hacer. I mean, people.
Power of music. That's a good fucking.
That's gonna be
phrase,
my
isn't
new Instagram bio.
The power of music.
Power of music, like Davey Hewis used to say. It's the power of love. Yeah. Power of music. Yeah,
Back to the Future.
that's right.
Not a lot of people know that.
No más.
Yeah.
Pero pues, I mean, man, I still feel like we haven't even talked.
We have.
We're gonna have to come back to this.
This
to this
is-
It has to be
table.
weekly. It really does.
After a year,
I would
we'll
love
barely
to have you guys
cover half.
weekly.
I
I
mean,
would love to have you guys
you know how
weekly.
hard it was just to get this one episode
This,
out?
this took a while.
This-
We've been trying to figure things
I
out.
would
Mi
love
compadre se
to have
enfermó
you
last
guys.
week.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to.
I
mean,
haven't
it's
made it's yeah.
Pero-
It was a mission.
Come on. So this is episode 1 of many to come.
Many,
not
many.
not just like one of two. There's gonna be various ones
And,
because
and I didn't even tell my best, not even my top 3 best stories I have.
we got
We
stories.
have more.
We got many gig stories, many of family stories, many of
Paranormal,
stories in general.
very-
We got fucking shit to
I mean,
talk
we
about.
barely scratched the surface. We really
We did.
have.
We really
I
have.
mean, te digo,
all these years, all these memories. We
This is-
created.
yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
because you guys, I mean, you guys are related, but I kind of am like an adopted.
You
Oh,
are.
yo, what do you
You're
mean,
fucking
kinda?
family. What the
What
fuck
the
are
do
you
you
talking
mean,
about?
kinda?
Dude,
What?
you're
Kinda,
fucking.
what?
You said kinda.
No.
Es que.
Dude,
Mm.
we play with Felix and Pepe is more family than Felix, bro. Straight up.
Felix, I hope you're not watching.
He is me. No. You know what? And I'm gonna say that because I know he's a fucking hater. He doesn't watch our shit, bro. So
Damn.
No, pero.
But it's true. But it's true.
Y pedos o no pedos, I mean, I told you guys, I mean, you guys are my brothers. I mean, we've gone to war together para muchas
Yeah, man.
tocadas. I mean, is it salsa? Is it not salsa? I mean, we have so many stories. So many stories. Te digo, it's like, no, but it's been, I mean, our love for Tigres del Norte, for Tucanes, there's so many things
It's
that
just
we
mutual.
share. I mean, and it's like, yeah, we have to come back. I mean, and
All
it's
right,
like,
let's do one more for the
se
road
acabó la
before we,
botella de Jager, pero
before we finish up, wrap it up here.
Amanda, no. I mean, on a personal, te digo, I'm really happy that you're doing this because these are moments that get recorded.
that's
Forever.
kind of why I want to do it. Para que se quede grabado. I've noticed this, and I don't know if it's because I'm being a piece of shit or because I have like actual mental what the fuck, but my memory is not what it used. No, I get worried sometimes. My mental memory is not what it used to be, so I try to record a lot of things.
Yeah.
Cause
Okay. Can I give you guys a tip that I got as a parent? What the fuck was that? Okay,
Francis.
so I was told this by a fellow parent. Okay, because life is so fast and it creates so many quick memories and we can't remember them all. So as a parent, if like something small your child does that like surprises you or gets something you want to remember, write that shit down in your phone and in your notes. I mean, no matter how small it is. I mean, I still remember today Mila's first word. It wasn't like even pronounced correctly, but I still remember to this day what it was. It was daffodil. You know what she said? She said daffodil. I was like, that was the most cutest thing in the world. Daffodil, motherfucker. So just, anytime your child does something that's like, wow, I want to remember that. Just quickly.
and imagine
open
if you
your
had
phone,
it
write
on
down.
video, like actual.
I actually have daffodil on video. But I still wrote it down. So just make a little log, But yeah.
That's why I like doing this shit.
So
See, that's really cool.
You're,
That's really
you're
cool that you get to
documenting
record.
this. That's what you want.
Because,
That's
I
what,
mean,
that's what you need to do.
There's that one.
See a GoPro.
ya se acabó.
Se acabó la verga.
Mi gente, I mean,
Let's wrap this up pretty quick.
not even 1% hemos.
Not even 1% has been down. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
This is episode
Mi
1.
compadre.
My compa Ari, Dr. Ties, mi compa compadre, el amigo Peps.
Yeah. Salud.
Until next time, thank you guys so much. Salud, mi compa Profiles. This has been the Go Deeper
Profiles.
podcast.
Thank you for having us, man.
Para,
So,
Seriously,
yeah.
para
it's been a pleasure.
Francis.
Para
Gustavo.
Francis.
Gustavo.
Salud, motherfuckers.
Go deeper.
The fuck I'm talking about.
Oh.